So you have to tuck your, sorry, I probably should have said this. You want to fold over like a lawn chair.
Oh, okay.
And you want to have your head, sorry.
Oh, well I guess that's good. No, it's good. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I am not at the gym yet. I will be going to the gym. But first I am doing some sports performance testing and I'm doing it here. I am in Moraga, California at St. Mary's College. So we'll see how this goes. I've never had anything like this done before, but I want to bring all of you with me to see what it's like and see if it's something maybe you're interested in doing as well.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
Hey, I wasn't lying.
We do this every day.
Yeah, so dunk all the way in. Yeah, there you go. Just make sure there's no air bubbles or anything in your hair. Should be good to go.
Okay. I'm gonna sit in this.
Yeah, you're gonna sit in this.
It's hard to even get in it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I'm floating.
And then your hands are gonna hold on to the handles right there. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you hyperventilate for a couple seconds. So go like this.
Okay.
You're gonna do 3 of those. On
Okay.
the third one, I'm gonna want you to breathe out all the air as possible out of your lungs. So
Okay.
blow it out. You're gonna dunk your head in and try to blow as many air bubbles as possible.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get the reading. I'm gonna smack the side and you'll pop back up. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So whenever you want to start, I'm ready. So you have to tuck your, sorry, I probably should have said this. You want to fold over like a lawn chair.
Oh, okay.
And you want to have your head, sorry. You want to have your head in the water.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, there you go, all the way. Blow all the bubbles out, all bubbles out. There you go, there you go, there you go. Keep on blowing, keep on blowing, keep on blowing. 4.1 on the first one. How was that?
Fine.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, as long as you're getting comfortable. But yeah, so we want to blow those air bubbles out as soon as you get under.
Okay.
And just try to get all that oxygen out of your lungs.
Got it. Okay.
Whenever you're ready for the next one. Blow, 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 bubbles, 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 bubbles. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. 4.6. Nice. I'll write it down.
Sorry, I don't have too much experience.
Oh, yeah,
but is
totally.
it 21? Does that make sense?
21, yeah.
Okay. And then where is your hip bone? If you can touch it from the okay. 15?
50?
15.
Oh, 15, yeah.
Does it go to 50?
Probably not.
It does.
Oh, it does.
It goes to
That's
above.
that's its max.
Yeah.
So it's like I maxed it out. Oh, well I guess that's good.
No, it's good. It's great.
So you teach it as a station sit? Or have you done VO2 Max so far?
I have not.
Okay, so this is what the mouthpiece is going to look like.
Okay.
So this is essentially just like wearing a mouthpiece.
Okay.
Just like how the football players wear it. So this is going to go all the way inside. Your mouth should cover it all the way to the end right there. I'm not going to touch this since it's going in your mouth.
Okay.
So I'm going to have this hose attached over here.
Okay.
And you're going to wear this the entire time.
Okay.
You're going to be pedaling. You're going to keep your RPM 60 to 80.
Okay.
And this is going to last anywhere from about 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
You will be gassed by the time it's done, and you should be gassed because it's a maximal exertion test. So we want to know exactly what your VO2 max is going to be. We'll also get heart rate max as well too.
Okay.
Any questions about that?
No.
Yeah, start this. 26.
One eternity later.
Let's go, Anna. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's go. Stay seated, stay seated.
Okay, so let's
stay
go
seated,
back
keep
there.
going, and relax.
And
So we did 3 different techniques: Skinfold method, the bioelectrical impedance, which is the handheld thing, and the hydrostatic weighing. Our hydrostatic weighing is our most robust or sort of consistent value. You can't really trick it to give yourself lower numbers. Like there's no way to cheat it into giving you lower numbers. If you mess up on it, it'll give you higher numbers. So this being the lowest number, I always go to that. That being said, all 3 of these are basically in the same zone. You're somewhere between 16 and 20%. I'd say you're closer to 16.
Okay.
But But as a woman athlete, like this is a wonderful place to be.
Okay, cool.
I get concerned if women get below 10%. You're not
Okay,
at
no,
risk
yeah,
for that.
I'm close.
So whatever you're doing, I mean, this to me is close to like, hey, that's a sweet number. Like,
Okay, cool.
whatever you're doing it right. And ultimately, that whole VO2 max thing is, and this is probably redundant, but you know, your body's ability, it's a measurement of your body's ability to get oxygen from the atmosphere into your lungs, from the lungs into the bloodstream, from the blood to your muscles, and then finally your muscles' ability to take that oxygen and turn it into energy for you to push the pedals. The more you train aerobically, so your long, slow distance kind of stuff, the better your body gets at doing that. CrossFit is very much high intensity things. I don't see CrossFitters ever taking their time to do anything. I don't think you guys know what that is. So that being said, CrossFit is always pushing intensity above an area where this really benefits much.
Okay.
That being said, some of your workouts are a little bit longer,
Yes.
and when you guys get into the 10, 20-minute duration workouts, there is going to be some improvement in VO2 max coming from that. So
Okay.
it won't surprise me if you CrossFitters come in with some decent numbers, not like aerobically trained athletes, but at the very least, like, hey, you're a fit individual. Your specialty isn't aerobic exercise, but you still have a pretty good aerobic engine. So let's talk about that. Your number, so your VO2 max is 43. Is that good? Is it bad? Pretty damn good.
Okay,
So
good.
amongst peers your age, you're right in between the superior and excellent category, right? So that's good. This value here, again, is more of a cycling geeky
Yeah,
value.
not at all.
It's about efficiency, so how well are you able to turn that oxygen into pushing the pedals?
Okay.
Because some people have really high VO2s, but really low watts. And it's like, well, congratulations, your VO2, your oxidative engine is massive, but your body's really inefficient at turning that oxygen into actually pushing the pedals. So that's what this value indicates. There's no true norms for this, but I'll tell you, your value at 6 is actually pretty good. Like your body's good at turning that oxygen into power. I see people in the 2s and 3s here.
Okay.
I've seen some people as
In
high
10?
as high. No, I haven't seen a 10. I've seen an 8s.
Okay.
And I'm curious. Like I'm curious with you CrossFitters to see where you end up on this scale. And already you've kind of like gone, oh yes, you're a good fat burner. So this is a graph that identifies your ability to use fat as an energy source. For CrossFitter, you use 99+% carbohydrates when you train. When you get to that high intensity, your body's all about breaking down carbs. For endurance athletes, it's important for them to develop the ability to use fat as an energy source because they will run out of carbs in their body. We can't store them very well, so when we look at this graph, it's like, how good are you at burning fat? And so, again, as a CrossFitter, it's not that important, but I'm still curious. Maybe you might be too. So, picking apart what this graph is all about, on this axis, energy expenditure. So these triangles are basically calories per minute coming from fat.
Okay.
The closed squares are total calories per minute. So
Okay.
how many calories are you burning per minute? How many are fat calories per minute? The circles are on this one, and this is your heart rate. And so what we look at is, okay, firstly, how well did you burn fat as an energy source? Yeah, you got up to about 4 calories per minute was sort of your sweet spot, and you kind of carried it for a pretty long duration of the test. Pretty kind of much fell off the cliff right here at about 175 watts to where you got to then all carbs at this point. So, so where does that 4 put you? I usually tell athletes if they're at 6, like they're sort of getting to a good fat adapted state, which
Okay.
means as an athlete, you're pretty good at using fat as an energy source, which has really positive indications for long-term endurance kind of stuff. You're at 4, and you don't probably do much training at all to help you with being a fat burner. So I see this
Yeah.
for
I don't
you.
know what that means.
Well, yeah, so, but
Yeah.
as a potential, it's like, hey, your body is pretty good at liberating and using fat to provide you energy to do exercise.
All right, just finished that up and now I'm gonna head to the gym. But first, it was all super interesting. I really enjoyed getting to do that. It would be interesting to see how it compares in a year or so now that I'm doing this individualized programming with Alessandra. Before this, I wasn't doing that, and I've only been doing this for a month and a half maybe. So it'd be interesting after like 6 months, 9 months, a year to see how this data compares. But I was pretty happy with most of it. I didn't know exactly what I was doing on that test at one point. I was just wondering, like, so push harder. I don't know. I was just trying to go with what they were saying, but it was good.
it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solo, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can't say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need.
So I ate right before this because I had done that body composition test and couldn't eat. Felt a little bit nauseous during, but overall I think I did pretty well. I finished the workout in 16:15. I'll put the workout right here so you guys can check it out and do it if you want. I did the RX Plus weight, which is 95 for women. The class weight was 75, but that was the only change between class and our competition weight. But overall it felt pretty good. I kept up with one of the guys who was going pretty fast, so that was the goal. So I came off the rower slower because I'm just a woman and row a little bit slower, but caught up on the other stuff. Okay, it is like a week later and I am editing that vlog about the body composition test as well as the VO2 Max. I talked to Alessandra about it a little bit and she actually was a student there at St. Mary's in this program, so she is very familiar with it. And she told me that there's only so much of that that is useful for CrossFitters. The body fat's useful for anybody. I think that was kind of cool. But the VO2 Max, because a lot of CrossFit has to do with your willingness to suffer. And it's very mental. And that's not really tested in that VO2 Max test. I'll also say my heart rate, the highest heart rate I got on that test was 177. Later on that day in the CrossFit WOD that I did, my highest heart rate was 190. So I'm not sure if I quite, maxed out that test. I was a little bit confused during it about like how hard I should be going or what am I going to, you know what I mean? It just was like, I had some questions while I had that thing in my mouth and I really couldn't ask them. So I was a little bit confused about what I was doing and maybe could have pushed a little bit longer and a little bit harder and a little bit, better if I had known exactly what I was doing and what was going on, but I was a little confused. So I think maybe my VO2 Max is a little bit higher than what that test said, but still a good test, still fun to see, and why not do that kind of stuff when you have the opportunity? So make sure you like this video, subscribe, a lot of things to come. I'm gonna do some content previewing the last chance qualifier, as well as I'm planning on going to the CrossFit Games, so I'll do some content there. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss any of that, and like this video just to help me out. It makes a big difference. Thank you all, and see you in the next one.